I'm a big fan of different racket sports, and some of my favorites are tennis and racquetball. Even when they are racket sports, some differences set them apart. In this video, I will explain all the major differences between tennis and racquetball, so you can know the difference and make your mind about your favorite of the two. So, what's the difference? Tennis is played on a court 78th, 23.77 long and 27th, 8.23 wide, whereas a racquetball court is 40th, 12.19 long, 20th, 6.9 wide, and 20th, 6.9. A tennis ball is made from vulcanized rubber and weighs 1.975 oz. 56, whereas a racquetball is made from latex rubber weighing 1.4 oz. 40. Naturally, there are more differences between the court and ball that each has more differences. To explain the differences in depth, we need to dive into each subject alone and examine them individually. Without further ado, stick with me and let's begin our comparison. What's the difference between tennis and racquetball? Below you can find a comparison and an in-depth look from 6 tennis and racquetball categories. They are court, equipment, gameplay, rules, popularity, and earning potential. Let's start with the playing grounds. Court. The first difference between tennis and racquetball is the playground. In short, tennis is an outdoor sport, and racquetball is an indoor sport. You can find tennis courts and halls indoors and racquetball courts outdoors. There are 4 main types of tennis courts. Hard court. Hard courts are the hardest and fastest courts to play on. Due to the hard concrete or asphalt surface covered with an acrylic top, the ball bounces off fastest. In addition, it's the only court material you can dry with squeegees efficiently. Clay court. Clay courts are orange tennis courts, often made from crushed shale, stone, or brick. The playing tempo is considerably slower than on a hard court, yet the bounce is quite high. Thus, rallies are longer, and your shoes and socks will get dirtier than any other court type. Grass court. Grass courts are the original material of lawn tennis. As the name states, the playing conditions are pleasant, yet the maintenance costs are higher than any other court type. Therefore, they are often only found in well-doing tennis clubs. Artificial grass court. Artificial grass court replicates the real thing but are less expensive and easier to maintain. They are made from synthetic material blends, which give the authentic feel of tennis without headaches. The floors are usually made from hardwood when it comes to racquetball courts. The walls and ceiling can be of various materials, usually panels with galvanized steel frames to support the whole thing. Equipment. I love racket sports because you don't need a ridiculous amount of equipment for each body part. Thus, tennis and racquetball are mainly played with a racket and a ball. Other important equipment includes proper shoes. Racquetball is usually played with gloves and safety goggles too. Anyways, there are considerable differences between the rackets and balls, starting with the racket. Racket. Tennis rackets are up to 29 inches, 73.6 long with a weight range of 812.6 oz. 227-357. In contrast, racquetball rackets are up to 22 inches, 56 long with a weight range of 5.36.5 oz. 150-100. As you can see, racquetball rackets are considerably lighter in weight, yet the length to weight ratio can be higher. Balls. Generally, there are 2 types of tennis balls, pressurized and pressureless. The difference is that pressurized balls are considered the quality ones as they perform better with a more quality bounce. Yet, their lifespan is shorter as the pressure will start to decrease immediately after opening the box. Non-pressurized balls rely the bounce on the rubber structure alone, potentially lasting for years to come. Racquet balls are a different story. They, too, are made from rubber, yet they aren't covered with anything other than color, and they weigh less than tennis balls. Racquet balls weigh 1.4 oz, 40 g, whereas tennis balls weigh between 1.975 to 2.95 oz. 56-59. Blue. Consider the most beginner-friendly ball. The speed is medium. The bounce and trajectory are very predictable and durable. Black. Very slow racquet balls, used to create longer rallies, so they tend to last long too. Great for people requiring more response time than with traditional racquet balls. Purple. Professional level racquet balls, as they are the fastest, tend to wear out fast as the most powerful hitters strike them continuously. Red. Created for fast-paced, outdoor play. The bright red color is easily noticeable. Thus, it's perfect for the outdoors. Green. Great middle road between blue and purple balls. Green balls are faster than blue, yet predictable but still slower than purple. Great for intermediate players. Multicolored balls are rarely used, yet they are great for extra visibility and spin training. Other equipment. The biggest differences between tennis and racquetball equipment. Shoes. Generally, tennis shoes are made outdoors. Thus, the outsole is more durable. In the meantime, racquetball shoes are made for indoors and must have a great grip on the wooden floors. Tennis shoes are often included with an additional upper piece at the front of the shoe to protect them from rough court materials. Otherwise, the shoes are quite similar. Gloves. Tennis is rarely played with gloves, yet they are used in racquetball. The point is to decrease the number of water blisters and calluses. The grip will also be improved, especially if you're a sweater. Safety goggles. The same thing with the gloves. They're only used in racquetball. The distance and power in tennis aren't the same as on racquetball. Therefore, safety goggles are used for playing protection from the ball that could do serious damage if it hits an eye. Gameplay. The playing conditions, feel, and overall game for the sports of tennis and racquetball also have major differences. First and foremost, tennis is played outdoors and racquetball indoors. Both have pros and cons, but the main benefit of tennis is that you get to enjoy the weather outdoors and sunlight. Yet, you can't play tennis when it's raining, with some exceptions. Racquetball is a sport of any weather as it doesn't concern indoor racquetball courts. Second, racquetball is much faster and paced. In fact, swinging kill shots on racquetball is a popular practice, even though you can hit aces on tennis. Yet, they are common in racquetball. The speed of the balls is different too. The average speed for racquetball at a professional level is between 150-160th, 241-257th, and the fastest recorded serve was over 190th, 305th. Tennis balls are slower with an average speed of 65-85, 104-136th. Serving is faster with speeds ranging from 120-150th, 193-241. The fastest tennis serve recorded is 163th, 262th. These are the major differences between tennis and racquetball. Naturally, there are more differences, but that amount is too great to be listed in one overall comparison. Next up, rules. Rules. I will list the most significant rule differences between tennis and racquetball. All rules listed wouldn't be practical on this kind of side-by-side examination. We are going to end this video right away. If you have any query or information to share, please leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.